Yo guys, what's going on? Cliffjumper 1984, Red Rocks, the alcoholic Autobot. I was driving home, of course, like I always do, and there was a Saturn that passed me, had an exhaust on it. And like, as a mechanic and a tuner, it kind of makes me chuckle a little bit. And it's not nice that at least I'm not laughing directly at him about his car, because it probably just had, a muffler on it. Okay. But then, it gets me to thinking a little bit, well, what happens if there's stuff under the hood that I don't know? Is it, got a swapped engine? Is the single overhead cam swapped out for the dual overhead cam? I mean, does it have a turbo on it? Like, what else is done? And there's, like, so many other cars that, by looking at them, or even sleepers, that you don't know. Again, like I said, if there's a turbo in it, an engine swap, or if the engine that in it has all internal mods and a whole bunch of shit like that. Maybe even every bolt-on possible for that car. I know some cars there's barely like one or two, with your intake and your exhaust, but there's other ones where you can, put bigger throttle bodies on, intake manifold, a whole bunch of shit, So then it brings me to my thought I was thinking about. What is, if I could pick the ugliest car that's easy to turn around to a sleeper? It doesn't exactly have to be the easiest car, but I was just thinking, for my knowledge of front-wheel drive Mopars, I was thinking about this. It's basically called a K-car. It's a platform that Dodge invented that was based on many vehicles. I mean, many vehicles, like the minivan came from that car. What's cool about it is you can actually get a 2.5 liter, 100 horsepower, 135 pound of torque engine in a 26.5 pound car. 26,000.5 pounds. Yeah, 2,600.5 pound car. With a 5-speed, it actually runs like 16 threes in a quarter mile and like 8.1 0 to 60, which is pretty good for its time. Like 86, 87 models. That's really fucking good. But they're also the turbo engines that came out of like the Shadows and Sundances and stuff like that, and the Omnis, they fit right in that, and with very low modifications. I mean, it basically just bolts right the fuck in. If you just take the engine out, swap it in, just things like that. But my question is, what's your car? If you could take any regular car and turn it into a sleeper, what would you pick? Like, what would you do to it? It can be, it doesn't have to be a piece of shit like I picked. That's just what I thought. I mean, even if you like Civics, I know a lot of people, of course, like those mid-90s to now Civics. I mean, if that's your thing, would you like to make a sleeper out of a non-SI Civic? Throw your comment below, video response. What would you do to it if you bought it? Let me know. Drink one on me.